Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
PC Systems, your dedicated call center partner. We specialize in live customer support as a service, a 24/7 support center, empowering system integrators, operators, and innovators to execute seamlessly at scale, precisely when and where it matters most. Our TaaS model encompasses infrastructure, technology procurement, and comprehensive implementation and lifecycle support. With 3 decades of industry expertise, PC Systems leads in collaborative solutions across hospitality, multifamily student housing, and healthcare. As your trusted white label support partner, PC Systems operates seamlessly in the background, acting as an extension of your team and brand. Simple pricing and transparent solutions allow us to extend your business reach at scale. Let us accelerate your project execution and provide the service delivery infrastructure to expand your business. Contact PC Systems, your call center partner.
Are you ready? I hope so. It's the final round of the Audi Sport R8 Challenge presented by GT Champions. I'm Parquet, and honestly, folks, I'm just ready to see some racing. Today, we're going to be crowning a new champion, a new GT champion, as we watch the conclusion to an epic season unfold. As always, likes, comments, follows, chats are extremely welcome and appreciated. Thanks for all the support throughout this whole season, and with that, let's go on to see who's going to be getting this championship's winner's coin. So this is the last round. It's almost like the final day of school right before summer break. There's no rules, and Arky is among us. And with that, I'm gonna do what I want to do for a little bit here and take this time to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. The series is actually the first I've gotten to host like this, and getting to meet and connect with y'all has been truly a treat and pleasure of mine. They say you never forget your first, so y'all will definitely get to, go through the rest of your lives knowing I'll never forget you. Thanks again to all our viewers and supporters out there, and I also got to give a special thanks to the team making it happen. HyPrix, you two took a chance on me based off of a random Discord message. You guys have invited me onto the team with open arms, and for that, I am extremely grateful that we connected. It is onwards and upwards from here, my friend. Eton, I know you're out there. The rest of the GT Champion team, I know you're out there as well. Thank y'all so much. But again, HyPrix, everybody in the chat, showed them some love. None of this happens without them keeping the machine in motion. Viewers, make sure you follow us on all of our socials. You don't want to miss any of the latest and greatest coming out of GT Champions. All the links are below in the description. And now that we got that out the way, there's only one thing left. Only one thing important this evening. Who is going to be getting the coin? We need the answer now. The points are close, and right now it's between our top 2 drivers, Ando and Rio, to decide. Only 4 points are separating the two, so whoever finishes in first place, they're the ones that's going to be getting the coin here. Back in third place, we got Joey Cannoli, who's getting a slight sniff of the championship, but needs a bit of help from his top two competitors to pull off the comeback of the century. Can he do it? We shall see. In P4, we got RWB Venom, Dipshy in P5, followed by RWB Elvis, GT German Racing, RWB Chevy 210, RWB Steve-O, and Rad Eric of Canada rounding out the top 10. In P11, we got HPR 82, followed by Riser, Big Red U of A, RWB J-Rod 23, SM Archangel, and rounding out the order, it is my man Chip Reese. Again, today's championship is going to be decided at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. This is where our drivers are gearing up for an intense hour of racing in Italy or Italia. A bit of a fun fact, Monza is the track F1 cars used to tune their gearboxes. The decommissioned oval layout hosts the highest percentage of time spent at full throttle, so there's no wonder why the track is lovingly known as the Temple of Speed. In terms of GT track record holder, it's Mr. Alessandro Pierguidi. He got a Ferrari around here in a blistering 144.5. It'll be interesting to see if any of our drivers can be breaking a world record today. We shall see. But before that, we need to pay some bills. First off is Origin Micro, our GT champion sponsor. They are the go-to e-commerce superstore for IT and consumer electronics. They have over 2 decades of experience. With that, Origin Micro has earned its reputation for delivering superior customer service and top industry brands at competitive prices. They got everything you need: notebooks, desktops, networking equipment, VoIP devices, all of it. They got you covered. Don't wait any longer. Email sales@originmicro.com today. Again, that is sales@originmicro.com. Tell them GT Champion sent you. Ask for Don Doney. Don Doney. Tell them again, GT Champion sent you. Thank you again to Don and the whole Origin Micro team for being our sponsor. We also got PC Systems. PC Systems provides call center support for businesses and B2Bs. If you're like me and do not like answering client phone calls at all hours of the night, these are the folks that can get you put together. They provide 24/7 expert IT support tailored for businesses and solutions, so they can work with you no matter if your business is big or small. They do it all. They have over 10,000 customers across the globe. They have over 4,000 projects completed, so they have proven that they are the premier IT service support provider. Again, Richard PC, Bill Beldam, thank you both for supporting the channel and supporting the vision. Make sure you visit PCSystems.com today. Again, that is PCSystems.com. Thanks again for sponsoring GT Champions. Wow, what a mouthful, but the racers are ready. I hope you are too. Let's find out who's going to be taking that pole today in Italy. Hopping right into qualifying here. We're about halfway through the party, and Rio currently 1.2 seconds ahead of the rest of the class. He has it on pole right now, and a little bit of an interesting development happening here. So we don't have Ando, and Ando, if you remember, is currently our points leader, the Australian. Now Rio is really driving for his life right now. He's driving for a championship. There are 5 bonus points on the table every week for the pole sitter, and if Rio is able to keep his gap, that will be all she wrote. He'll be getting some parcel from us in a little bit, and he will be our GT champion. But HPR having something to say about that. 4/10 back right now, and he is on flyer number 4. These soft tires are definitely taking a little bit of a battering, I would say. 4 laps in, it's going to be the front lefts this week. Actually, the front and the back left, but they're going to be the ones that's going to be needing some love as the drivers throw this thing round and around and around the Temple of Speed. Let's hop on the bumper cam here of HPR. It's currently a 10th down, so even though it won't be this lap right here, where he'll be finding the improvement. He still has about 2 more laps in him. The lap around here is about 149. The clock right now is ticking to 7:30. So if he gets a move on it, he'll be able to get this and one more. Rio's diving in the pits. I'm thinking he's thinking that he's done enough right now. 4/10 to the good. Let's see where HPR crosses the beam though. It's a 149.9. So not the improvement he'll be looking for. And here we go with Rio on some fresh rubber. He'll be looking to add a little bit more to that lead of his. We currently got Erica Canada in P3, Dip in P4, Venom sitting here in P5. He just ran a 149. He only has 1 lap down right now, so he may have either had a little reset or decide to stay in the pits a little longer. GT German Racing sitting in P6, followed by Joey Cannoli, Elvis Freshly, Steve O, and Chevy 210. Rio's still on his outlap there, so we won't be focused on him too much. We'll see if HPR can find any sorts of improvement. Looks like Steve-O just crossed the beam with a 152.3. And let's see what Eric of Canada has up his sleeve. Oh, Canada. Just pulling up the chat here. HHP, let's go. HHP, you've done so well this season. Oh, you don't make me blush up here in this room. You've been #1 in the chat. And of course, you're #1 in my heart. I'm so happy you're here. I dip, you dip, we dip. My money's on Dip winning it all. Dip. Somebody's in your corner. Dip's P5 right now. Eric of Canada still in P3. Not able to make too big of an improvement. And this is going to be all she wrote for HPR here. HPR needs to find 4/10 if he wants to knock his fellow countryman Rio off the pole. We'll see if he has it in him. It's going to be tough. Rio is fast. Rio is furious. He got some new paint this week and the Monster energy drink themed livery. That thing is nice. But it seems to be all up to HPR here. To see if he can be in between Rio and his coin. Steve-O with a bit of an improvement to a 52.1 there. But right now it's all about HPR. Let's hop into the cockpit. It looks like Rio had a bit of a moment. He bails out on his final lap. And here we go with HPR. Taking Parabolica nice and smoothly. Using every inch of the track that he can. He's straight lining it now, his foot to the floor. And it's going to be a 51. It's not going to be enough. For pole position, he'll have to settle for P2. Eric of Canada crosses the line in P3. GT German Racing. Finishing things up here. He'll have to settle for P4. And there's Joey Cannoli and Chevy in the background, bringing the rest on home. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, qualifying gets completed. And going into the final here is Ace Rio taking the pole, followed by HPR 82, Eric of Canada, GT German Racing, and RWB Venom rounding out the top 5. Dipshay in P6, RWB Joey Cannoli in P7, followed by Elvis Freshly, RWB Stevo, and rounding out the order, it is RWB 210. Congratulations all. We're going to get rolling in 2 minutes here. So let me go ahead and get us put together right. Again, folks, this is the final round. HHP asking, is this a tough final track? It is indeed. It's a lot of high speed going on, and the 3 chicanes are nothing to sniff your nose at by any means. And it's also a very narrow track, so we're not going to be seeing a lot of 3 wide. I'm expecting to actually see a lot of folks spreading out here as the race goes on, because this is one of those tracks that your time is kind of your time. You don't really find a lot of rhythm as you're going, at least for me. This is one of those tracks that if you're slow there, you're slow, and if you're fast, you're fast, and I'm definitely one of the slower folks around this track. But yeah, we've made it to the finish line. This is the final. Ace Real sitting on pole, and HPR going to be following right behind him. It'll be interesting to see how that tandem plays out. And there's the man, Andrew Scott Endo. Stuck working for the man. Congrats, Rio, Joey, et al. Endo, all good, man. We appreciate you stopping by. It was a heck of a season on your behalf, my friend. Congratulations on an awesome showing. That doggone man get us all, don't he? Even with that, though, man, I hope you're having a great weekend. And I hope you're ready for a great evening, or I guess morning your way. A great session of good racing. We got the R's rolling in. Everybody's readying up here. And now it's just a matter of time before we are green. Again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all. Chris Picks, again, I want to thank y'all as well. This series has been a highlight of my week these last 6 weeks. I look forward to every Saturday getting to hop in here, have a great day of racing. Even though the Audi Sport R8 Challenge is ending today, GT Champions just getting started. We got some F3 races coming up. Of course, we got midweek madness every week. If you want more information on that, click the link to the Discord that is in the description. There's all types of information everywhere. Thought to get you put together there. And the final grid of 10 drivers is set. And we're about to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Rio flashing for the last time. The lights are on. And we are off for round 6 of the Audi Sport R8 Challenge, brought to you by GT Champions. The racers are hurling towards T1 right now. And let's see if everybody can keep it together. P4 back there getting his elbows out. We're looking through this grid here. GT German Racing definitely losing out there. And 6 through 8 definitely getting a little bit physical through the first chicane. Rio's gonna be loving it. He'll be driving away. Venom in Canada almost side by side through chicane number 2. But everybody is alive and well. Nobody's facing the wrong way. And it's Rio, HPR, and Eric of Canada firing off the line and into the future. Let's take a look back through here. Back through the grid, excuse me. And just like I said, everything seems to be spreading out pretty quickly around here. So the name of the game for this evening is going to be find a partner, stay in that slipstream, and roll the tires till you can't roll them no more. Rio already getting a 2.1 second gap from the rest of the field. He'll definitely be loving to see that. And it looks like that is Elvis Freshly there, having a bit of an oversteer moment. It's easy to do that in these Audis. And that'll put him down into P7. He defends from Steve-O there. He's fighting for his championship life. Big Red U of A popping in. Hello, my good friend. Appreciate you joining us. It's good to see you. Is Ando right now running away with things with HPR and Erica Canada fighting out for the last 2 podium spots? The man, the myth, the legend, the host of these lobbies, RWB Venom, and a solid P4 right now. GT German Racing picked up a penalty. Seems to be coming through a Scari there. So he'll be serving that. And it'll be a race between him and Joey Cannoli. And actually a race between a couple of folks as we take on Parabolica here. As Elvis Freshly goes just a bit wide. And this is going to be fun coming down into T1, folks. We got 3 on the left and 2 on the right. Everybody's trying to find the line. You can either pick the left or the right. Elvis Freshly coming from all the way downtown. Him and German Racer. Oh, I don't know what this is. That wasn't supposed to happen. But him and German Racer coming together just a bit. And this midfield is going to be fun. Big Radio Ove, wish I could have made it, but sick as a dog. We know, man, no problem at all. We just need you to get better. Health is wealth, my friend. Health is wealth. I'm just hoping I can add a little bit of comfort and a smile to your day. I know you're going through it. Definitely get some chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. And GT German Racing with another half-second penalty. It's really easy to color outside the lines here, so you can't blame them. But those things, especially where it is on this huge back straight here, they definitely hurt. Let's check in on the top three here. Eric of Canada and HPR, everything's calmed down up there, so we won't stick there for too long. But the fight is here for P6. GT German Racing still leading the pack, with now his dip having a half-second penalty of his own. And they'll have to get themselves organized. Steve-O making that move into T1, and he's gone. And what happened to Steve-O there? Let me see if I can get it. So Steve-O. Oh, this is still lap 2. All right, I guess my keyboard isn't going well, so apologies there, GT Champions. I was hoping we could send a coin to you, Ando, since you tried for so many seasons. Absolute heartbreaker there. Chris is going to join the ASAP. He's also working for the man. We all got a man somewhere we answer to. Just keep GT Champions on in the background while you're answering to him. Everything will be fine. Okay, that's how, okay. I gotta dust off my keyboard shortcuts, folks. That's why I don't play mouse and keyboard on Apex Legends. Everything again spreading out except for P6 here, still dipping German Racing. Let's hop on the dips bumper. Let's see what things are looking like as he continues to try to chase down German. Taking the first chicane nice and smooth. And through the De La Raja, getting a little bit of shaking and jiggling and wiggling. That'll cost him some time. But right here, HHP is where all the speed on this track really is. If you can take these two turns fast, you can gain a lot of time, but it's really tough. They're a lot sharper than you think. You can see, just see right there, dip. Now 2 seconds to the bad behind GT German Racing, who's chasing down Joey Cannoli right now for P5. German coloring outside the lines a little bit there. I think I spotted a half-second penalty a little bit ahead. So that should be bringing Joey Cannoli a little bit closer to P4. But we're so spread out at this point to where he's able to minimize the damage. Always get really scared as they go into the first chicane that somebody turned around, but that's just how sharp of a turn it is. It's definitely not something I want to miss. Checking back in here with Rio. He's pushing this Audi to the absolute limit. Those front lefts are sweating right now, but for good reason. He has 5 seconds. Time between him and his fellow countryman HPR sitting in P2. And HPR has a solid 4 seconds between himself and the Canadian Eric of Canada in the Mystery Machine. The moose is loose. The moose is loose indeed, Eric. RWB Venom sitting in P4 here. Joey Cannoli in the light baby blue livery. He's taking P5. GT German Racing and Dip Shi in P6 and 7 respectively. Dip changing up the color for us a little bit this week. He's not in the all white thing. He's in a little hot orange one. This neon orange one, I really like that. HHP, they always make the turns look so easy, even the fast ones. That's what happens when you got some highly skilled folks piloting these machines. They make it look a lot easier than it really is. Shout out to everybody out here on the track. Making it look easy, making it fun, and making it entertaining as usual. Here's Steve Owen, P9. He's in the metallic red RWB themed livery. That thing looking serious. And he's on mode push right now, but Joey Cannoli either made a mistake or German Racing just found some speed here. And he's 5/10 to the good. Let's take a look on board as Joey Cannoli goes a bit wide there. German Racing going to be looking to take full advantage as he sits firmly in the slipstream as we dive towards Parabolica. That's Rio into the pits. He's had enough. Those soft tires have definitely done a job, and they come together. There's contact between Joey Cannoli and GT German Racing going into Parabolica. German thought he could make it happen. And let's see what happened there. German just thinking there's some space where it ain't. Knocking Joey Cannoli wide there. But he relinquishes the position like the true sportsman he is. And we have nothing major to report. You love to see it. It does bring Dipshi into the equation though. So this battle for P5 is going to be getting very, very tasty, if I do say so myself. Seemed to be a little bit contact there between Dip and German. Dip doesn't have any damage. Neither does German to report. So possibly a bit of netcode, possibly a bit of Gran Turismo 7 doing what it do best. But again, luckily, nobody's race ruined. Everybody's facing the right direction. And we're still rolling in this championship round. Now it's Dip's turn, firmly in the slipstream. He'll be looking... Looks like he's going around the outside of German here. He just seems to have the overspeed on him. And it's really going to be who's braver on the brake. German still has the inside line. They give each other the space. But Dip making it look as smooth as you can around the outside of Parabolica. That's him in the P6. And what a move that was. German's going to be coming right back at him though in the T1. He pulls to the inside. He spots out his breaking point, but decides the better of it this go around. And he'll say, Dip, you got me. And that's where the dust will settle on that engagement. I'm sure next time around is only going to be even spicier. Checking back in with HPR here. He's just running qualifying laps at this point. He is on the mediums right now. So he's able to get a little bit of an overcut going on Rio, who's been the only person to pit so far. Eric of Canada also on the medium, so he'll be able to have those tires stretch out a little bit longer. And then there's Rio, who's currently finding himself in a little bit of a battle with Venom here, as he gets some heat into his fresh medium tires. Venom is definitely not going to be making things easy for him by any means. And it seemed like on the exit of Ascari there, Venom actually dipping a toe a couple of pixels outside of the lines and pick himself up a half a second penalty. Things still heating up between Dip and German Racing here. Or German Kiwi, you all may know him better as. And with Dip being P5 overall, he's actually fighting with Elvis Freshley sitting in P8 for championship standing. So things are looking good from Dip's point of view, I am sure. And let's check back in with Rio. By this point, Rio's been able to hang a bit of time on Venom here, so he's getting some breathing room behind him. So now him, HPR, and Eric of Canada are in a race against the clock. HPR hoping that the overcut was the right call, as Dip still defending from German. And Rio hoping that that soft tire stint at the beginning puts him ahead just enough to succeed. Here's German Racing looking for another move. We'll see what he decides. German might be at the point where he think it'd be better to work together with Dip here and try to catch up with Joey Cannoli. Joey's not completely out of the question for these two, if they can sort it out. But German Racing is saying no, no, no. He pulls to the inside, and it's a fight to the apex. And he beats the Dip there. So that's German up in the P6. But also German taking half a second with them. May have gotten a bit too excited there for the move and not able to keep it inside the line. So Dip will be waiting and wondering when he can take back his rightful place. HPR right here driving this thing like he stole it. 10 seconds to the good. Again, he still has to make a pit stop, or doesn't have to, but there's still a pit stop difference between him and Rio right now. These mediums seeming to be holding it together, but another 40 minutes may be asking a lot out of them. We shall see. And here's German serving his penalty. Quick little half a second. Dip will be all over that. And let's see what this looks like going into Parabolica as HPR and Eric of Canada dive into the pit. So here we go. Now things are getting interesting, folks. Venom also diving into the pits. So let's see, we got HPR coming out. Joey Cannoli. He's by himself. He's not racing anybody out the pit, so he'll be taking over P3. That'll be good for his championship hopes. He's currently P3 overall in the standings. And with Ando not here, the race is really between him and Rio for GT Champions glory. Rio taking a commanding lead after this pit window, I must say so. He now has 7 seconds to the good on his co-competitors. So that's always nice to see as a driver. You're definitely trying to fight off that urge to relax. As Dip and German Racing going right back at it into the Lesmos. But again, Rio, there's still a lot of time left. There's still a lot of space between him and the finish line. And with a commanding lead like this, it's definitely very easy to not keep yourself on the edge mentally. So this is really a race between him and him right now. We'll see how he continues to fare. But let's talk through this battle for P4 right now. Between Dip and German Kiwi, these two have been going back and forth all evening. And there's honestly not been enough for me to tell who's going to be coming out on top here. Slipstream is playing a very big role in this battle. Dip trying all he can to break it a little bit. And Dip also seems to be gaining some speed, getting a bit better exits out of all the corners. Looks like there's also a tasty battle heating up for P7 between Steve-O and Elvis Freshly. What a shot that is. As Steve-O decides against going for the dive bomb of the century. He brings it together. And they are line astern as they roll around the track. So it looks like the big battles right now are for P7. Oh yeah, for P7, it looks like for P7 and P7 only. This battle for P4, still about a second between them, so we don't have any slipstream. Water drinking game for every time I say slipstream this evening. Especially around a track like this. If they had another word for it, I promise you I'd use it. Or at least if I knew it. The draft, maybe? I know they say a lot of drafting in NASCAR. For the Ricky Bobby band fans, it's better known as the slingshot engaged. That's basically what they were doing in that scene. And RWB Steve-O trying to get a slingshot of himself. Trying to slingshot himself past Elvis Freshly is not going to work. On the 14th time of asking. Let's check back in up here with Dip and German Kiwi. HHP calling for a water power hour. I need to get a sip in myself. I hope y'all can't hear that. If you do, apologies. The Ozarka just tastes so good, especially when it's at this little cold temperature that I like to keep them at. It's about, you know, a good hour out the fridge. It's still got that cold, but it's not biting. The bottle's sweating a little bit. You can't beat it. Looks like things heating up back here between Steve-O and Elvis Freshly. Steve-O pushing that fellow Audi down the track. And Parabolica not really being the big overtaking spot, but definitely a priority corner as it leads them to the longest straight on the track. Those two cross the beam. It seems like Elvis got a bit better of an exit, gaining 2/10 down there. Those are ever so important as they come into the braking zone, as they are. GT Champions, I was so excited to be in the booth with Parquet, and I'm sitting here dealing with work. Boo! Boo indeed. Boo indeed. I don't understand why I gotta work if I pay taxes. I don't know what I'm saying, y'all. Presidio Dog. Again, thank you again for putting all this on. Definitely hope to have you in the booth, even if it's not this time, right? This won't be the last time forever, even though this is the final. It'll be the last Audi Cup forever as German Racing finding something past Dip. He has the inside line. He's on the brakes first. He's hitting the apex and taking it, and that's P4. A bit of a contact between the two, it seems. Nothing major. They're going to be racing down into T1. Let's see how this unfolds. And let's see what Dip's going to do here. He's going to stay behind for the time being. That's Elvis Freshly into the pits. And let's see what happened there through Parabolica between these two. Seems like they've made it through T1 alive. German trying to keep the speed up on the inside line for the apex, but it's just so tough to do so. German actually going a bit wide, veering off to the left. And that seems to be where the contact started at. So that's very interesting. We'll see how Dip and German continue to get along as they continue to fight for P4. But Rio, not seeing any of that right now. He's driving off into the distance, into the sunset. Oh, German! Oh no! German Racing having a bit of a moment through Ascari here, and let's see what's happened. That back left tire is dying of death. So those right turns are going to be really tough, and you can see the amount of understeer he's getting there. The car just can't bite. And yep, it's turning back over to the right hand side of your screen. The car just can't stay on the ground. And he'll be coming in. Those tires have had enough. And that's the dangerous game our drivers are playing with, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about the grip out there. And when you run out of grip, you really just become a passenger in the machine at that point. There's nothing he could have really done other than slow down a lot more, but that's kind of the last bit of advice you want to give somebody in a race, right? To slow down. So they'll be in the pits, Rio, with a 6.6 second advantage right now to HPR. HPR has a 22 second advantage of his own to Eric of Canada, who will be rounding out the podium. Mr. RWB Venom sitting here in P4. Is Dip in P5, Joey Cannoli in P6. GT German Racing, aka German Kiwi, in P7. Steve O in P8, Elvis Freshly in P9, and rounding out the order, it is our man RWB Chevy. And with that little bit of a mistake that German made, that definitely spread out the field a little bit. Mandra Powers making an appearance. What did I miss? You don't see Elvis anymore? Well, there's Elvis right there in P9. He got out of the Lego livery. Now he's in the... He's in the Fit Foods livery. The OG he had in the first couple of rounds. I remember this one. But he's alive and well, trying to make it happen in this championship round. Never mind, I see him now. Yep, there we go. I gotta get him on the big screen. We gotta show him to the people. Everybody's here. Mandra, Rio's here. HPR's here. Eric of Canada's here. Venom's here. Dipshay's here. And Joey Cannoli's here. With his turbocharged cannolis. German Racing's here. Steve O's here. Elvis and Chevy are also in attendance with us. And Chris said it best. Elvis is winning the battle for less last. I always say there are two great battles in every competition that has more than two people. And honestly, it's in every competition with two or more people. There's always that battle to be first, and people are up there training hard for it. People are locked in for it. They're excited for it. Everybody wants to be first. But there's also the grimier battle, the more entertaining battle in my eyes. And it's the race to not be last. Folks will cheat, will claw, will scratch, will dig, will find every ounce of energy within themselves to pull out in an attempt to not be in last place. And that's what we have happening right now between Elvis Freshly and RWB Chevy 210. They're scratching and clawing and pulling for it. And we're going to keep an eye out on them because they're fighting just as hard as the rest of this grid. Things are definitely spreading out at this time in the race. Everybody's pace is their pace. Everybody's times are settling in. I don't see anybody breaking a 150 yet. As it seems at this point, folks are more worried about keeping things on the track. Every gap you just saw with that little flip through I did is above a second now, so everybody has a lot of space to work with in front and behind. And let's hop on board here with Rio to see how he's driving so fast. It does look like Rio will need to make one more pit stop, so that's going to make things interesting. Of course, I'm just guessing up here in the booth, looking at that gas gauge in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. It's definitely blinking right now. Race control coming in, giving us a little bit of an update. Looks like we are going to be sending a coin to Malaysia. This is going to be the second championship for Rio, but his first coin. He won the very first GTC World Cup in 2021. So Rio, the OG, if things stay going how they are, he's going to be getting some new gold. And a nicely signed piece of parcel package. And he's diving into the pits on 7% fuel. HP asking, am I going to be doing livery ratings for the last race? I'm not going to do them today. And that's just based off the fact that there's not too many livery changes out here. I haven't seen anything new yet. Everybody knows where I stand on most of their liveries. So you know what? Actually, you know what? I will. But everybody's going to get a 10 today. Everybody's here getting a 10 out of 10. I'm giving out A's. Like I said, this is the last day of school before summer break. So we're just going to give everybody their flowers today. HPR in the M&M Incredibles livery. It's red and black. It's a mean, lean racing machine. Well, it's not too lean because he's eating M&Ms. But anyways, it looks nice. 10 out of 10. Eric of Canada and the Mystery Machine. He did add a little bit new stuff to it. He got the PlayStation livery here at the front. And then on the bottom spoiler, you see he has the Moose is Loose. That's going to push the Mystery Machine livery up to a 10 out of 10. Good job on you, sir. Ace Rio, our provisional champion right now, who also put it on pole, so I think that also actually already locked him in. We'll see. You didn't hear that from the booth. But he's in the Monster livery. He has the nice little black to blue fade. I'm loving that. I love the pop of color that the Monster Energy logo gives it. That's an 11 out of 10 for the champion. Clap it up for Mr. Champion here. And shout out to Malaysia. RWB Venom with another 10 out of 10. He's in the RWB themed, I'll call it the stock RWB livery. Sponsored by the Hoffman Group. He got the Origin Micro banner following all the rules like we need him to. So that thing's looking nice. 10 out of 10. Dip. I'm gonna still give Dip a 10 out of 10 here. I was about to give him an 11 because he did change up the style on us a little bit. He's in the neon orange this week instead of his usual white. I see a Ukraine flag there. I'm not a big Fun Dip guy. And then I also see the CPB and PBS logos there. Shout out to Fetch with Rough Ruffman on PBS. Shout out to my little sister too. She got like a little documentary or something on PBS. That genius. And we definitely know that his car has Alpine speakers bumping the bass through. RWB Joey Cannoli. Fun fact, baby blue, light blue. This may be my favorite color. And look at that. Wow. Joey Cannoli about to bring a tear to my heart. Because this is the first week he has called me pretty. Wow. Thank you, Joey Cannoli. Victory tastes like cannoli. You heard it here first. Leave the cannoli, take the win. I'm greedy. I want the cannoli and the win. But that's Joey Cannoli. I'm giving that a 12 out of 10. I'm sorry. That's what. Look at that character arc. I love it. Shout out Joey. Shout out to all the drivers here at GT Champions. RWB Venom. Oh, we already looked at Venoms. German in the stock Audi livery. The Silverline Racing livery. Excuse me, it's a stock Silverline Racing livery. As HPR and Eric of Canada dive into the pits. I think this is nice again, another 10. This is another easy 10 for me. I love this metallic red. It's also nice. Elvis Freshly. Another 10 here. I love the lime green Papa color as usual. Shout out to Fit Foods, who's making foods fit for us all. Fit Foods to help you fit into your clothes. And rounding out the rear is RWB Chevy in the metallic RWB themed livery. RWBRacing.com. That's where you can find the RWB headquarters. Shout out to RWB Chevy. The orange spoiler, the American flag, stars and bars facing the right direction. That's an easy 10 out of 10 from Parquet. Now let's get back to looking at some racing. Looks like we have a lot of action forming up through the midfield here. Dip and P3 having a second. Eric of Canada, RWB Joey Cannoli, and the race is happening here for P6 again, and who'd you guess it is German Racing. Right back at it. Still finding a way to get some camera time for P6. Nothing major happening between the two, but German is picking up 10ths as he can grab them. And it looks like Venom's been able to find a little bit of something to push that gap up ever so slightly. The battle for third is also heating up here. Dip currently leading the way, but only 8/10 to the good between him and Eric of Canada. And we also got Joey back there, just waiting for a mistake between the two. But let's hop on board here with Eric of Canada and see if he can close the gap. I'm sure Dip right now is trying to drive like he doesn't know Eric is chasing him down. But he's definitely going to need to hit the apexes a little bit better than that if he wants to keep up with this P3. You can see just how much time missing the apex cost dip right there. And that's going to bring Eric fully into the slipstream. Eric's going to go ahead and not waste any time, dip towards the inside, no pun intended, and see if he can get a move shaken off. It's not going to happen there, but that's definitely going to set up a nice exit as he hurls himself towards T1. Slingshot has been engaged. Eric of Canada has cut across the track. He's up the inside line. He takes the apex. And that's Eric into P3 for the podium. So, as Mr. President himself said best, this battle for P3 is heating up. It's not over yet. There's still plenty of time between us sitting here now in the checkered flag. And that means there's plenty of opportunity still out there for the racers to do what they do best. We'll stay right here with Eric of Canada for a little minute, as now he becomes the head on this Audi Centipede. And this is where the rubber's really going to be hitting the road for all involved. Quick little flick through the field. Still no major changes or updates to report. It's still Rio with a commanding 16-second lead. HPR with a just as commanding 17-second gap to P3, and it's Eric of Canada who really has a lot to fight for right here. Eric is currently sitting in P10 in the driver standings. So it'll be very interesting to see what a finish on the podium does for his overall standings. He's been able to find a little bit of something to work with here. He's gapping Dip now by a matter of 2.1 seconds. And it seems to be all in the tires, with Eric being on the fresh mediums. Dip's being a little bit worn out here. So now, as we reach the final 10 minutes, the strategy calls are all converging onto each other. Checking back in with our battle for not last is Elvis Freshly. Actually looking to see if he can find some time here on Steve-O to kick Steve back there. They're still driving strong. Chevy's still driving strong. Holding down the rear for us in this championship round. He's got that car still looking nice and smooth. And Elvis picking up a half-second penalty. Looks like that was the De La Raja chicane, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll be having to serve that. It looks like this battle for P5 heating up here between Joey Cannoli and our lobby host, RWB Venom. Let's hop on Venom's bumper here to see things how he may be seeing them. This corner is definitely all about getting the appropriate amount of rotation out of there. It seems like Joey Cannoli did a pretty good job of it. Venom's not going to be getting any free speed down the straight, so that's not going to be helping him out at all. And as he pops back into the slipstream, he'll need to start thinking a couple turns ahead here to get a move popping off. He's able to get a good amount of time there on Joey through T1 and 2 there. That's technically T3, so coming into 4 and 5 here, things are going to get very interesting. Before the nice little short shooter through the Lesmos. Venom getting as close as he possibly can to Joey Cannoli through here, so he's definitely finding something. Joey's tires are a bit more worn out. So let's see how these two continue to get on. Joey straight lines it and foots it to the floor. Venom's not letting him breathe one bit. As they head into a Scary here. Venom not going to look for the move through here. It's very wise of him. He has 2 long straights to make it up. And it looks like right here, Venom smells blood. He's going to pull around to the outside, and it's going to have to be around the outside if he's going to make this work. Venom finds the later breaking point. He's still staying on the outside all the way up to the right line as close as he dares. And that's Venom taking over P5. Channeling his inner Fernando Alonso, becoming the smooth operator. But we all know it's not about getting the crown. The real question is, how long can you keep it? So RWB Venom currently doing a pretty good job of that so far. Finding a little bit of time on Joey Cannoli here, 7/10 to the good. And this big dog's racing all throughout the grid here. That was a heck of a move. Well, I'm sure we'll be seeing that on YouTube sometime soon. But as Venom drives away, again, the tire wear really playing a huge factor here. As his Ace Rio went to the pits. He didn't think the 20% fuel or the tires were enough. There was something he didn't like. And it'll be HPR taking the race lead with 5 minutes to spare. Rio going onto the soft tire. He's 2 seconds back. So him and HPR, the 2 fellow Malaysians, are going to be going back and forth here for the race win. Rio maybe also trying to take over this fastest lap. But let's see, he has some time. He has some fresh tires. The car's light. So we're definitely at a point anything can happen. We'll keep our eye out there. HPR with a big 1 second penalty. And let's see where he may have got that at. Oh, well, coming out of there. There it is. Coming out of the De La Reggia. It's taking a bit too big of a bite out of crime there. And that will not be helping his battle for P1. A full second on the straight like this is definitely going to hurt. The question is just going to be how bad. Rio's not going to be able to overtake here, but he'll definitely be able to start smelling some blood. And with about 2 laps left, Rio is definitely going to need to pick up the pace. Yeah, that definitely threw a screw on the tuner, right? And it looks like we're getting some provisional standings coming down the pipeline if the race finishes in this order. It'll be Rio winning the championship with Ando in second place and Joey Cannoli in P3. The battle for P4 and 5 is definitely heating up with Dipshy and RWB Venom only being a point apart. So Nigel, if you're out there, it's time to make a move, my friend. His gas tank is definitely on E right now. If he needs $5 to put on the tank, if it means he'll finish this race, I got him. Dip also got a flashing tank right now. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop between these two. Dip going a bit wide there. His tire's starting to fall off. And Venom still pushing all he can. 4/10 there. As HHP coming into the chat, gas tank on E, all drinks on me. And we'll definitely be seeing some champagne showers here soon as, oh no! Venom having a bit of a moment. I won't put him on the SummerSlam screen, but that right there, I believe, is going to be all she wrote. So here we go. Between the top two, HPR and Ace Rio. HPR has closing the gap a bit here, but it may not be enough, as HPR in this championship round Doesn't run through the tape. And it's actually Ace Rio who's going to win here as HPR hits the brakes, hits the handbrake. As Rio crosses the line in P1. And that's what we do it for. It don't mean a thing without the ring or the coin in this matter. And that coin is going to the Malaysian Ace Rio. We'll see if we can get Rio in the chat. HPR finishing up in P2. Eric of Canada rounding out the podium. With Dip coming home in P4. It's Venom P5. Joey Canoli P6. German Racing P7. Steve O P8. Elvis Freshly trying to bring this thing home in P9. And he does so beautifully. Congratulations, good sir. And now it's all down to RWB Chevy. The last car we will see cut the beam. And the official bookend to an awesome season. And there you have it, folks. Round 6 of the Audi Sport R8 Challenge has come to an exciting close. Let's take a look at the provisional results. It's Ace Rio, top of the class in P1, followed by HPR 82 and Eric of Canada rounding out the podium. Dipshy in P4, followed by RWB Venom, RWB Joey Canoli, GT German Racing, RWB Steve O, Elvis Freshly 33, and rounding out the old podium in a big P10. It's RWB Chevy 210. We got GT Champions in the chat. We got HHP in the chat. Mandra Powers is out there. Big Red U of A, our fellow racer, letting everybody know good race all. And again, a big congratulations. A big thanks to everybody involved. What I'm going to do now, folks, is see if I can go grab a couple of folks to talk to and see how the drivers are feeling after, you know, this heck of a race. So let's see how that goes. I'll be back in about 30 to 45 seconds, depending on how I'm feeling. And stay right where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I got some friends with me. Starting off with um, the roster we got. I got Rad Eric of Canada here with me. I got HPR 82 here with me, and I also have Dipsheet and Elvis Freshly. So the gang's all here. We're gonna start off with Dip, a big P4 today. How you feeling after the race?
Pretty good. That was a lot of fun.
Definitely a lot of fun indeed. Y'all were out there getting busy, man.
Yeah, I knew my race was with Venom, so ended up the way it started. I knew I wasn't going to catch him if I stayed on the same strategy with the tires, so I just tried the one stop. Luckily, it worked out. He was really reeling me in at the end there, but
yeah, no, he was definitely nipping at the bud there. I'm wondering, and I'm gonna have the same question for everybody, so start thinking, is there a moment out there where in your head the race was decided for you? Was there a big big incident, a decision you made that you knew like, this is, the cost of it or how that's going to play out? What was kind of the biggest moment in your mind this evening?
probably just that on that last lap. I think Venom must have had some issue on that last lap. Otherwise, I think he probably would have caught me and passed me. So.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay, so last question for you, Big P4 again. Did you have fun this season? Give me your overall thoughts on this season. We've made it to the end. What's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, it was great. I appreciate GT Champions for putting all these series together. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Chris Ball, Pix Tekka, and the rest of the GT Champions team and crew out there. And yeah, so appreciate it, everybody. That's Dip right there. Dip, hold right where you are. We'll be right back to you, but it seems like the party is getting bigger. But before we get to talk to everybody, we're going to move it on along to our third place on the podium, Mr. Eric of Canada. Eric, can you hear me, sir? Eric, you might be on mute.
Yeah, I totally messed up like a newbie.
Oh no, I do it all the time, man. Don't even worry about it. You didn't mess up out there on the track, man. Big P3.
I'm still sweating. Yeah,
Still sweating. I've been there before. The GT will definitely do that to you. So other than sweating right now through your shirt, how you feeling after today's performance?
I'm honestly, I didn't expect this at all, but it's just one of those days. I mean, I made mistakes, of course, but there were little ones, so didn't go off track. So it was just perfect. I mean, there's no way I could catch up to HPR or Rio. They are just too fast. That's just they are on another level. And I was doubting that the strategy would work when I was doing my second stint, and I saw that that Dip was going for just the one stopper. I was worried because I didn't know if I was going to catch up because I had to do everything perfect. I mean, like, if I go out once, it was like just 5-6 seconds in the end. So, yeah, I wouldn't have been able. I knew that if I managed to go out in front of him, that would be it. I didn't. I was just right behind him. Fortunately, I was with the brand new tires, the medium tire, and he was, well, I guess at half life, those tires. So it was a matter of time, but happy I wasn't involved in anything, not by my side or anybody else, so that's a big plus. It's always sad to see something happens. I mean, it's racing, but definitely a huge one, yeah, for me.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a great performance. Starting off in P3, definitely a lot of battling going on back and forth, but being able to end things up in P3. I am curious to know, was it a two stopper for you coming into this all the way through? What were you thinking in
Yeah,
terms of strategy?
yeah, I was. Yeah, sorry. I had that like pretty like unless something unexpected happened during the race, it was going to be like that because I knew when the I got on the mediums after 10 laps, it was just horrible, and I wasn't trying to save tires, so I knew I had a very good pace, which I only discovered on the few laps we were doing before the race, before the quali. It's just like something clicked, and I was like seeing how to go through those awful orange curbs or bananas or whatever you want to call them, and that was just giving me like 1 second per lap. So I was like, wow, I totally need to do these two stops, medium, 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 and yeah, like clock.
Awesome. Yeah, it seemed to definitely be fruitful for you. So now sitting here at the end of the season, right? It looks like you definitely had a going to have a big points jump in the overall standings. Did you have fun? How you feeling? What's your total thoughts of being on the other side of the 6 rounds here now?
Well, it's been super fun. It's a shame I had to miss two two rounds both times due to health issues. But I've loved this format, different than what we used to with the World Championship. Uh, but I like it. 1 hour, like yeah, no time for shenanigans, no time for errors. Really quick people. Also, I mean, it's not the same to be in 3, 4 lobbies than you're with your peers that are more or less doing the same lap times. But here, it was really putting things in perspective of how much faster some people are than others. It's like, yeah, it's incredible, and that's the thing I like the most. Like you get to learn a lot when you drive with those people, you know? And the sportsmanship. I mean, it's been all along great. Yeah, really happy.
Absolutely, we love to hear it, and we want to, on behalf of the whole GT Champions team, I want to thank you, right, for being able to join what you can. Right, it's definitely been awesome getting the call each and every one of your races. That you've been able to participate in. You are lightning quick, from what I can see every time I see you out there. You always, passing by somebody or in some type of very entertaining thought or fight. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, my friend. If you want to stick around when we do kind of the grab back at the end, please do. But with that, we're going to move things on along here to our P2 race finisher, HPR. HPR, what's going on, my friend? Clap it up for him.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Also, it's great to have you back, my friend. So, let's just get
Yeah.
started with how you feeling after the race. Again, a big P2 out there. You started P2 as well, so wire to wire dominance. How you feeling?
Pretty good. A shame which I can't see Ando joining to this race for this last one, and then Factory Rio. So I was expecting to see some good battles with them. But anyway, I think Ando had some issue or has some errands to be run. I think So that's why. And first thing first, I almost forget. I just want to congratulations to Rio for become the Audi champion, and also I want to congratulations to everybody who finished the race. This is I quite happy, and then also quite unexpected. They are improved very. They are improved very fast. Compared to previous season, I think World Cup or Share Cup or whatever. And then I can see some newcomers coming in and then give a lot of good result, a lot of sportsmanship, a lot of good sportsmanship, sorry. A lot of good sportsmanship for this race. So pretty happy for them, and also shout out to Chris and also shout out to Venom, which is continuously, effortlessly to make this race more interesting and more fun to us.
Absolutely, those guys are the men. You got to talk me through a little bit of what happened there at the end. It looked like you had the race win in both hands, and it looks like you lost a little bit of grip there. Tell me what was going on there.
This one a bit, a bit bad to the audience because I was expecting to be P2 because Rio is very fast, half a second, sometimes 610 per laps. So I was surprised that he beat for the last one, and then he changed to soft. I thought he want to go for another fastest lap, and then suddenly I was looking at him, and then he was catching a little bit, and I was thinking that I think he want to do something. And I was like, no, you get the crown. I say, I just stop and then I just spun around, just let him get the crown. That's it.
I got you. I definitely feel you. They're great sportsmanship. Now, I'm gonna put you on the spot here a little bit. You got to tell me how to say "great job, Rio" in Malaysian. Is there a way I can? Is there some type of similar translation I can give them a little bit of a shout out with?
Yeah, he been how we call, he been strong all the way, all the years. It just a bit shame that few season he didn't join the race because due to some maybe work life balance. So I was keep highlighting him. The race is there is a new race, there is a new tournament, but he didn't join. And then after I think 1 year or 2 or 3 seasons, he suddenly said he come back, and then I was like, let's go for this one, and then maybe the upcoming World Cup series. So yeah, I can't wait for him to join Force PE with the next World Cup series.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Rio again. HPR, big shout out to you. Any final thoughts on the season before we get you out of here for the day?
Not much, but I just want to give my gratitude to RWP team again, which they really do their very best, and then also I can say the format that they have been set up is definitely excellent. That's it.
Absolutely. HPR, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again, my friend. If you want to stick around, please feel free. But what we're going to do, we're going to move it on along to my man RWB Elvis Freshly. Elvis, are you out there?
Yes, sir.
There he is, the greatest man in showbiz. And so, Elvis, it looks like you finished in a big P10, I want to say. How you feeling after the day's race?
Oh, man, I'm just glad this one's over. It was 9, actually. Don't put me down that bad.
No. Yeah, so I messed up. I didn't take a full screenshot. So I only have up to P8, but I remember you up there at P9. All right, there we go.
It might as well have been 10. But it's an interesting track and an interesting car, man. And like Eric said, you can't afford to make mistakes, especially in this car,
Yeah, no, this one definitely doesn't, give you any room for error.
Yeah.
So the first thing I got to ask you about, Mandra Powers, Caden always coming in the chat asking about the Lego livery. Can you give me a little bit of background on where the Legos came from, man?
It's one of his favorite. That's my nephew. Mandy is my sister. So yeah, might not be the fastest, but I try to look the best. so, so I'm always playing with liveries, and I can spend hours on end doing those things. That's part of the fun for me too. But the Legos are just one of his favorite toys, and I had another nephew I did the Sonic the Hedgehog for Ross. But I try to make deliveries personal, sometimes. So.
No, that definitely came out. Yours definitely stood out to me in each round. I was loving seeing them. And I'm a big believer in if you look good, you play good. And you were definitely looking good. You were out there playing good as well. Was there a big moment out there you saw on the track that's kind of sticking in your mind right now that you're replaying in your head? What's been sticking with you about today's round?
For me, it was about halfway through when the tire strategy kind of changed. I was going for a two-stop, just kind of what we've been doing, and which means about every 20 minutes we stop for new tires. And I went about 25 in and decided to push it for 30 minutes and make it a one-stop. And I think that was a little too much on him. But that's when I knew it was I'm kind of set on the grid. This is where I'm going to finish, because it is what it is there, But about 25 minutes in, it was too late. I had to do the 30 and then just go ahead and do another 30. Wasn't much I could do.
Gotcha. And HHP coming into the chat also wanting you to know the Lego livery was one of her favorites. So you definitely got
cool.
a fan favorite on your hand. You got some heat on your hands again, circling back to that. But now standing where you are now, we're 6 rounds in. You're on the other side. You have conquered, the Audi R8 Challenge. What are kind of your thoughts and major takeaways on the season here?
Well, I think it's a good season. I think you guys, the production guys, did a good job. Chris, I've enjoyed going back and watching the lives. Obviously, can't watch them during the race. Although you'd swear last week I probably was as many times as I wrecked. But but no, I think it's you guys put together a great product here, and it was definitely fun to take part in.
Absolutely. Well,
I see a tiebreaker or two in there that needs to happen though on the unofficial standings. Maybe we can work something out.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that one up the chain to Presidio dog Chris Ball himself.
Don't put that juju on me.
I'm sending that one up the chain. I'm talking into the microphone, and that's it. Well, Elvis, I appreciate you. Eric, HPR, Dip, we all can come off the chat right here. We got the commissioner, President Chris Ball himself here.
Oh, jeez.
Chris, you got anything to talk to if the folks are all off mute? The gang's all here. We waiting for a speech and for you to bestow a coin onto somebody here. So
a speech?
Yeah, speech.
Speech.
Mr. President.
What's that, Eric?
No, just saying, Mr. President.
Yeah, I'm about to say we need that drop. I need that drop.
I don't have enough hair to be a president anymore. I have. So there's that. But no, I got to say, this was a really fun season to watch. I've watched all the races on replay. I got to broadcast one of them, which was fun. Unfortunately, I got stuck on a work call this entire race. I was so frustrated because I wanted to be in there talking. But man, I'm so proud of the drivers and all of the driving you guys did. It was such a clean season. Everyone kind of knows how to drive around. I mean, there was a few little oopsies there, people lost a little focus, but nothing bad. And I think it was pretty great. And that's what we like to see. And do a shout out to Parquet, man. Noah, you murdered this season with your broadcast. It was pretty great listening to you. He's got a great voice, right, guys? Like he sounds good on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Like, oh yeah, this is the guy from I don't know where, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched all the replays as well. It was super entertaining.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and minus any incident reports that might change finishing positions, the points that I shared in our little chat here that the viewers can't see it, but those points are legitimate. I did all the points while I was sitting here on a phone call. I was like, well, I have nothing else to do. I can't talk to Noah or anybody. So I did all the points at the end of the race. And so Rio, man, he smashed it. The only one over 200 points for the season. And man, I Venom and Dipshy, I was watching that battle closely. 1 point difference between the two. So you guys just kept a really awesome series, and I was really sad to see that Ando wasn't here. I really wanted to see that. I wanted to see that battle for the championship, but hats off to Rio. He shows up, runs the season, and wins again. So that's pretty awesome. So congrats to all of you guys. Appreciate all of you guys, and of course all the folks that are watching. We love having you folks around. And Noah, all the hard work you did. You guys haven't heard the last of this guy, believe me. So he'll be around. So thanks.
There he is, Mr.
Yeah,
President.
that's my speech.
I'm about to say, I'm giving him an IRL. Clap it up right there. Chris Ball himself. Pix, we also know you out there. Appreciate you again, making us look nice, clean, and professional on the graphics. Racers, drivers, any final words before we get out of here for the evening?
Just want to say thank you, GTC, and for this specific series to PC. Also, it's been really fun.
Awesome. I'll let Richard PC know. I have a conversation with him tomorrow or on Monday anyway, and I'll tell him how everyone appreciated it, and we do appreciate our sponsors, man. Without them, this would be a lot harder to do. Without the hardware and everything that they help us obtain to put on these shows and to put on these races and keep it free for all the drivers. That's the key point, right?
Absolutely. So big thanks again, Origin Micro out there. Don Doney, you the man. Reach out to sales at originmicro.com. Tell them GT Champion sent you. PC Systems again. Chris, we need to get Richard in one of these streams one day. We need to pull his arm a little bit, add a little bit more exotic language in that contract to get him in here. We need to make an appearance.
Let me tell you, that is not his style. He does not like that kind of attention. Someday though.
Well,
someday though.
One day I'm gonna keep speaking it into existence. Even if he's just in the text chat down there on the YouTube. Let's get him watching over there at PC Systems. PC Systems provides 24/7 expert IT support tailored to your business. Visit PCSystems.com. Again, that is PCSystems.com. Richard, I see you out there. Bill, also, I see you out there. Thank both of y'all with all seriousness for, again, like Chris said, sponsoring us, keeping this thing free for the people.
Hey, Noah, you know what? When I win the Powerball tonight, I'll fly Don Doney and Richard PC out to my new house with my new sim racing equipment and let them come and join us.
There we go. There it is right there. Make them an offer they can't refuse, right?
I'll just buy their companies, and then they can just
even
come
easier.
to work for GT Champions.
Oh, then the prize money for these championships would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It really, really would, guys. Promise you that. We'll do a Ferrari challenge, and guess what the prize would be?
Nice.
You just have to pay the taxes and for the oil changes.
We'll worry. I'm about to say, just give me the car. I'll worry about all that other day. That's what credit's for, right? All right, folks. We're getting off the rails here. Everybody out in the chat, HHP, appreciate you joining. As always, love you. Mandy Powers, appreciate you joining. Big Red U of A, Ando, if you out there. Anybody watching this on the VOD, thank you so much for joining us for the last time on the Audi R8 Challenge. It has been Parquet. Bye-bye for now.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results? And series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
PC Systems, your dedicated call center partner. We specialize in live customer support as a service, a 24/7 support center, empowering system integrators, operators, and innovators to execute seamlessly at scale, precisely when and where it matters most. Our TaaS model encompasses infrastructure, technology procurement, and comprehensive implementation and lifecycle support. With 3 decades of industry expertise, PC Systems leads in collaborative solutions across hospitality, multifamily student housing, and healthcare. As your trusted white label support partner, PC Systems operates seamlessly in the background, acting as an extension of your team and brand. Simple pricing and transparent solutions allow us to extend your business reach at scale. Let us accelerate your project execution and provide the service delivery infrastructure to expand your business. Contact PC Systems, your call center partner,